Hey guys, archaeologists here and welcome to our first ever video on YouTube. Today we will be doing a basic introduction to ARK and all the tools, structures and animals you will need during this process. The first map you're most likely to pick when joining ARK is probably the first one you see, which is the island. We recommend you choose host local so you don't have any online server people bugging you because they're really annoying and stuff. Now, as you can see on screen, we have a map of the island, and here's the two spawn locations you can spawn. We have South Zone 1 Easy, and we have on top of this mountain here, and that's a medium zone, I think.
Now, to spawn there, you're better off spawning in South Zone 1 Easy, which is a good base. It's beside water, it's got plenty of wood and structures, and it's in the base spawn location. But the mountain there is a good base location, because there's not too many annoying animals, and there's lots of metal. Right, moving on to the next, the animals.
So, today we have starter animals.
So, the dodo, as you can see here, is a very simple animal to tame. Just a few punches to the head and you knock it out. Just put some berries in its inventory and it should be ready to tame.
Yeah, dodos are amazing. Dodos are cool. Once I got killed by a guy and then my dodo came up and killed him.
Right, fun stories. On to the...
common as well.
Dodos are very good hide as well. Now, on to the Phiomia. The Phiomia, it's a bit different. You should probably use slingshots, even though they run away really fast and you can't use bolas on them, which makes them, they're a bit difficult to tame if you don't have trank arrows. But you can do it with slingshots, and lots of people if you lock it in a cage, thatch cage, don't think they can break it, it'll be good. You get the Phiomia as the first ever saddle you get when you unlock the engrams, and it's fast.
Like an elephant.
It's got good. It's just fast. It's alright fast. It's got good weight, alright stamina. Although it's only a 1 to 10 level tame.
Now, a Dilophosaur is probably the first carnivorous dinosaur you're going to tame because they are very useful in combat. They have abilities such as spitting poison, which slows the enemy down and covers their sight of view, so to make you can't see anything. They're more useful on online servers than any other type of server, like private server. They don't spit venom at other dinosaurs unless you order them attack them. But other than that, dilos are pretty good dinosaurs altogether.
They can also be bowled and tranked with bats.
Yeah, well that seems good.
Right, parasaurs. Now parasaurs are, I think they're the third saddle you get in the engrams. They are very good tames. They have good speed, good attack. They can harvest berries. I don't think you can make them harvest automatically. You get the saddle pretty early, I think.
You get it on level 9. Anyway, so if you get the parasaur, the easiest way to tame a parasaur is with a bola and a bat, but you can also do it with a slingshot, would be in the earlier game. And we're moving on to the next section, which will be...
tools.
Basic tool sets.
Now, the pickaxe is pretty much the first tool you should get now. It's better for harvesting flint and metal from rocks, even though you won't get a lot of flint or metal.
And thatch from trees.
Thatch from trees. I think it's better for harvesting oil from oil clumps under the water than axes, but that's pretty much the use of the pickaxe. But also, the primitive pistol pickaxe does not do that much damage, but the metal does. Now, onto the axe.
The primitive axe.
Primitive axe.
The one that you need thatch
Now,
to make.
the picture on screen is not the proper axe picture. I don't know where I got that from, but the axe is better for harvesting wood from trees and better harvesting stone from rocks,
which doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
But it is very good. It is very good. It does more damage than a pickaxe, and it's better for harvesting wood and stone.
When you're trying to tame a big fat turtle, you should use an axe because it doesn't damage them; it just knocks them out. So yeah, big fat turtle.
It still does damage.
Yeah, well, it still knocks them out. So.
Now onto the torch. Now,
the torch is a thing that you can do, and that it gives you light at night time. And you need flint, wood, and thatch to make it. And the advantages of a torch is that you can burn things.
And you can
also it is a basic light source. This is the first light source you get in the game. Then you get the campfire.
You can also add them to some dinosaur saddles to
and they will be
light while riding dinosaurs.
Emitting light.
I'm just choking on currently, just on from talking. Sleep.
Moving on to a spear.
Now spears. Spears are the base weapons in ARK. before you get any other weapons. Now, they have really bad durability. It is actually scary, and you should probably make
Have 3 at once.
more than 3, because then you can also throw them at dinosaurs, which does more damage, I
I
think.
take about 10 spears at once when we're playing.
Yes, the spears are good for starter players, but awful for later games. But unless you have like 6 of them, where you just lob them constantly at the head.
Moving on to slingshots. Slingshots are really good for taming things.
No,
You're gonna need a lot of rocks, at least 50 rocks, and then you go like this, and then you go like, and then you shoot the parasaur. And then
No, stop. The slingshot is the first torpor damage dealing weapon you get in ARK.
No.
If you once you hit an animal in the head, it hires their rapidity until you knock them out, basically.
Yeah, it does more damage than a bat, though.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
Really? Okay.
Then
Well
how come
then,
you can knock out seagulls with bats and not with slingshots? Anyway, moving on to the bola.
Bola is the base immobilizing weapon to immobilize dinosaurs that you want to tame. You can only immobilize 2-legged dinosaurs with bolas. Any large 2-legged dinosaurs like T-Rexes, you cannot use to use a chain bola. But this is a base immobilizing for like Dilophosaurs, Parasaurs, Pteranodons. You can immobilize all of these things with the bola. The bola is very good. It's cheap to make, and it immobilized dinosaurs for I think it's a minute or 50, 30 seconds. I don't know how long.
It's a minute.
Now the bat. Now this is the second torpor damage dealing weapon you will get in ARK. It is really good. Striking animals with it. I think you need to hit a parasaur like 15.
It does the same damage as a spear, except it doesn't. It
does torpor damage.
Yeah, it does torpor damage instead of actual damage.
It still does normal damage.
The best combination to catch a pteranodon or a parasaur is to bola its legs and then hit it with a bat continuously until it falls over and it looks like it's dead, but it's not.
Now, next. On to
The black screen.
Basic starter basics.
Now, the first buildings you will get in ARK are thatch, but I advise you skip this or only build thatch to build more than pestles on.
Thatch sucks.
The wood foundations are much stronger and are much harder to break for certain animals. Some animals can't break wood structures. Now, they are much nicer looking than thatch. They look alright and they can be spray painted with spray painters.
To make them look cool, I'm going to spray paint mine purple.
A ramp, no, sorry, still on this. Now, the ramp is on the next slide. So the ramp is a basic, or stairs. You can pick ramp or stairs. They're both the same thing.
Ramps are better.
To make a nice base, I recommend you build a ramp up to your door, but then for the roof you build thatch, because thatch looks nice to the roof. Or you could build
but wood at the roof is more survival base.
Or you could build
wood at the roof.
a spray.
We're not even on roofs right now. We're on
You
ramps.
can use ramps as the roof. Just spray paint a ramp.
Yeah, you could.
And it looks nice. Anyway, on to ceilings. Now the ceilings.
Sims, the ceilings hasn't even come up.
Well, it's coming up now. Now the ceilings do not look nice for ceilings on top of a base. They are good for doing a second level on a base because they cost less than a foundation, and they can go 2 levels up without being...
by the way, a tip for when you're making your base: make each floor 2
blocks high,
2 walls
and have
high,
windows often, and try to make greenhouse roofs. Anyway, the ceiling is a good second floor platform, but do not use it as a roof on top of your house.
Moving on to
walls. Base defensive wall. It has good health. I think it's got like 1,000 health. Animals will take long to break it, although some animals can break it pretty fast. The wooden wall is the basic wall.
Except
that is
thatch.
very good.
But thatch wall sucks.
Thatch
Don't
walls
ever
suck, yeah, they're
build
bad.
thatch. Thatch sucks.
So, yeah, the wooden wall is our last slide, and this is our first video is almost done. Okay then.
Remember to subscribe and like the video. Subscribe and like the video. Subscribe and like the video.
Please cut this out.